Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fat Jocks. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hey, if you like the podcast, go over to Apple Podcasts, like, subscribe, rate, all that stuff. YouTube Fat Jocks Podcast, like, subscribe, rate, all of it. Hey, if you got a question or maybe a mere suggestion, go over to fatjockspod@gmail.com, fatjockpod@gmail.com. This is a great episode. We got all kinds of shit to talk about today. My big, fat, ugly, stupid, stinky friend, Bryan Vokey. What the hell are we talking about today?
Woo! We got a good one for y'all today, folks. Green Bay Packers game-winning field goal. Boston Red Sox 2 walk-offs in a row. And a bunch of other shit happened. But that's all I really cared about. Wait, let me do that again. Woo-wee! We have a good one for you. The Boston Red Sox win 2 games in a row in a walk-off, getting to the ALCS. The Green Bay Packers game-winning field goal, 49 yada from Mason Crosby. We get into the Dodgers. We get into Tyson Fury. A whole lot of John Gruden talk, and I must say that I am appalled at the emails. I have never. All that and a whole lot more. Enjoy the show, folks. It's a good one. God bless you.
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business.
This fat son of a bitch. He's fat.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
He's fat.
Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
He's fat.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
I couldn't care less about the team structure.
We're talking about literally. Dude, Stretch Armstrong can look kind of fat if you push him together. He doesn't. He's like.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when like a kid is like 8 or 9.
You push
They get like this, and then all of a sudden they turn 10, and they're like,
dude,
you're
a prop comic. Dude, you'd be open for Gallagher in 2 days.
Yeah, like you wouldn't open for Gallagher in a heartbeat.
I wouldn't just because he fucking smells so bad.
He did smell terrible.
Remember we met Gallagher? He smelled like shit, and he was dressed in all Party City attire.
I know. I was talking to a friend of mine who said that he invested his money. You know how people like just pretend to know things about people?
Yeah, he invested his money.
Yeah, how the fuck do you know? Really well, apparently.
Really well?
Apparently Gallagher crushed it in the stock market.
What?
I mean, I don't know. You take it for the grain of salt. This was at the bar of the Improv. Somebody was telling me this But my thing is like
some of the most stupid people in the entire world hang out at the bar at the Improv.
Agreed, 100% agreed. Actually, mostly stupid people of the world hang out at a bar somewhere.
Period. All the stupidest people in the world.
Yeah. It's hard to find a gem at the end of a bar.
You never met. What's the coolest thing anyone at a bar has ever told you?
That they would have sex with me.
The best information. You know what I was thinking about yesterday that I learned at a bar whenever I was a kid was because there was this bar that my dad would take me to that was a sports bar that was also a barber shop. It was pretty sick. But this dude told me that in jail, dudes with AIDS will piss on their shaving razor, and then they will tie it to a shoestring, and then they'll swing it at the guard to give him AIDS.
Yeah, there's no AIDS in piss.
Yeah, this is just what this guy told me.
There's no AIDS in piss. Tom Hanks, A League of Their Own. Are you pissing? There's no AIDS in piss.
Fucking A, dude. You know who I always wanted to fuck was that chick from A League of Their Own who can't read.
Gina Davis?
Is that her name? I think Gina Davis.
There's Rosie O'Donnell, who, that would be a little narcissistic if you slept with her.
Why?
Because it would just mean you were attracted to yourself. You got Madonna.
No, dude, if I turned Rosie O'Donnell, you would be so jealous if I was like, dude, guess who I'm fucking? Rosie, baby.
Yeah, Rosie, baby. Yeah. Why would you say it that way?
I don't know.
You got Madonna. You got Gina Davis. And then you got the girl who played for the Racine Peaches. She got traded to the Racine Peaches.
The Racine?
Racine, Wisconsin. That was like one of the teams.
I thought it was the Georgia Peaches.
Or maybe the race. She left Gina Davis's team, and they played each other in the final scene.
Yeah, of course.
And she was
so
playing.
Hot.
She was playing for Racine, and I don't remember who Gina Davis's team was.
The Georgia Peaches. That was the team that Tom Hanks coached.
Was it?
Yeah,
I think Jersey.
A Georgia Peach thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Or a
that'd be
race?
sick. A skirt. I should
A
get a
skirt? Yeah, you should get a Russell Westbrook style skirt.
yeah.
Dude. All right, we can kick this off, dude. The freshest news on the fucking docket here, dude.
Wow, man.
John Gruden fucking. Did he get fired? He resigned.
He resigned in a way where it was like, I think Mark Davis.
Well, Mark Davis for sure showed up to the facility on a bicycle with a big lollipop.
A tricycle.
Yeah, a tricycle with a big lollipop and a twirly hat on top of his dumb haircut. John, I need to talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah. They had just taken the fucking salad bowl off his head after they finished his haircut.
His fresh haircut.
Yeah, yeah. Could you imagine being fired by a guy that looks like that?
Well, he didn't get. Imagine him brokering a deal with a guy who looks like that because he didn't get fired. He resigned, which obviously means that he was told he needs to either resign or be fired.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's to say you broker a deal with that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
That haircut. God.
I wonder if it had some kind of contractual situation. Like, I wonder if he saved the Raiders money if he had to resign or. Let me tell you this. That was a hit piece. Like, look, there's 650,000 emails they're going through. Right.
That's what I was thinking is how do you go through 650,000 emails? Do you just start searching for buzzwords?
Let me tell you this right now. Who broke the story?
Sorry, Bryan just put down the Stretch Armstrong like he was getting into some serious fucking business here.
Who broke the story?
The failing New York Times?
No, they confirmed the story.
Oh, okay.
Originally reported by the Washington Post.
Jeff Bezos.
What? Well, I don't know about Jeff Bezos, but what I'm saying is...
And this is all coming from an investigation into the Washington football team.
Exactly. The Washington football team is being investigated.
And how does John Gruden come out of this?
Because it was emails between him and Bruce Allen, who is George Allen's kid. George Allen is like one of the best coaches of the Washington football. Hey, man, I got to go ahead and resign from Fat Jocks.
So are you telling me...
What I'm saying...
Go on.
What I'm saying is that there's an investigation of a Washington, D.C. area football team, and there's 650,000 emails that are going through. And so far, the only hit piece...
How do you get access to 650,000 emails?
Because they had to turn over... The reason why John Gruden got in trouble is because it's not his personal emails. It's that he was sending these emails to Bruce Allen's work email. That was the problem. But... You're telling me either a bunch of shit's going to come out and a bunch of people are going to be in trouble, or Washington football team Dan Snyder might have a little money to spend around the Washington Post or the Washington to like deflect some of the attention away from them.
Yeah.
And to kind of be like, see, it's a whole culture thing, which he does have a point about that. But
yeah,
if he is saying that, but like, it's just a little suspicious to me that they're going through 650,000 emails and John Gruden's the only one saying what he's saying. And then you got the other side. I mean, listen, everything he said was reprehensible.
Leaked audio from it. Here is one thing that he said.
Who's more racist, black people or white people?
I don't know.
Yeah, we can't play the rest of that.
I can't play the rest of the tape, but he did.
But that is John Gruden.
Yeah.
Right? That's confirmed by
He's
the New York
talking
Times.
about going to a disco. And
ATM, looking for the media.
Shut it down.
No, some of the stuff he said.
Grand opening, grand close. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Some of the stuff he said was pretty nutso, I will say. But
do we want to get into some quotes or no? I don't know how much of it we could actually read. A clueless anti-football pussy, which I think is pretty funny.
He called. Didn't he call Joe Biden a nervous pussy or something like?
Joe Biden a nervous, clueless pussy.
So it's just something pussy.
Yeah.
He sticks by the rule of threes, which is why he'll be touring the improv circuit.
Yeah. He shared a sexist meme of a woman refereeing an NFL game. Oh, Drost did. I don't know who Drost is.
It's probably Frazier's joke where it's like, great. Yeah, the first female referee is...
now the guys are going to have to guess what they did.
15 yards. You know what you did. You get called for a penalty that you committed 3 weeks before.
This is what you were talking about earlier. He also... when you take this out of context, it is so fucking insane. He also asked Allen to tell Bryan Glazer, whose family owns the Buccaneers, to perform oral sex on him.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you something. The New York Times knew exactly what they were doing. Because if I looked you in the face, Bruce, and said, suck my dick, do you think that I'm asking you
to please perform oral sex on me.
Do you think I'm asking you to
Sorry,
perform?
you're not asking, you're begging.
Am I begging you to perform oral sex, or am I telling you to fuck off? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why do we have to, like, the New York Times makes you feel like you're an alien because you're like, wait, what'd he say? Because they're like, perform oral sex. No, that's not what suck my dick means. So, like, I know literally, I mean, if you're like Data from Star Trek, I would imagine if I told Data to suck my dick, he might get down on his knees and suck my dick because he doesn't understand how language can manipulate. But the other thing that bothers me is these are John Gruden's personal emails. It's not from a work email. Like, I know he sent it to a work email, but like, don't you understand? Do we really want to live in a world where nobody's questioning somebody's personal emails?
Do you know
exposed?
how many chain emails are going to come out with some kind of joke about, like, a gay guy walked into a liquor store, like the thing that basically just dads send to each other all day, like from work emails?
Yeah, no, I mean, do you remember Ferguson? That was a big thing when they looked in the Ferguson Police Department. They found like all those gorilla. Obama is a gorilla.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Like, I get that stuff. It's work stuff, and also it led to it was an organization that was killing people that they were making fun of.
Yeah.
John Gruden. Let me tell you something. If you want to start looking into character, John Gruden is not the problem in the NFL. There are, like, Kareem Hunt didn't he kick a pregnant lady right in the fucking stomach?
Yeah,
like,
he kicked somebody. People fucking socked the shit out of their wife. Ray Lewis killed a guy.
Ray Lewis did not kill a guy.
He killed a guy, dude.
He did not.
Yes,
kill
he did.
Ray Lewis was not even in that fight. He just.
What happened? How did the blood end up on his?
Do you know that there was not a single? Nobody was charged or convicted of murder. In fact, it was called self-defense because it was just a street fight that got out of control.
I think that Ray Lewis killed somebody.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Here's my thing, though. Like, this is just the culture we live in. Words matter more than actions. You make fun of a woman, you're fired. You punch the woman in the face, you're suspended. Like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. And then, like, you're watching people like Keyshawn Johnson who are like, he is a fraud. I can't believe he said this. It's like, Keyshawn, you were arrested for domestic abuse. So, I don't know. Like,
yeah, that's the issue I have, I think, the most with sports media is that people don't ever be like, I'm going to keep my mouth shut here because I have my own shit that
we were just listening to Colin Cowherd talk about how ridiculous John Gruden was. And then you look at how John Gruden left ESPN. He called Dominicans stupid.
Colin Cowherd. How he called
What am I saying?
You said Gruden.
Colin Gruden,
No, you said John Gruden.
Oh.
Look, man, these Dominican guys.
Colin Cowherd said Dominicans were stupid. He said he refused to believe that baseball was complicated because a third of the league is Dominican.
Yeah. And he got fired for that.
Yeah, he got fired. And then today he's on TV being like, this is unacceptable. The world is going to have to move on without John Gruden.
He also works for Fox, which is like Fox, what is the guy, the heirs?
Roger Ailes?
Like Ailes
Rupert
Corp?
Murdoch and all that?
Like,
News Corp?
News Corp.
Yeah,
He works for News Corp.
Yeah, he works for News Corp.
Like, shut the fuck up, Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, and then everybody, Stephen A. Smith works for Disney. Like, I mean, the point is, everybody, like, I don't want to pile on Cowherd. I don't want to pile on Keyshawn Johnson. But it's just like the glass house thing. No, all I'm saying is that this is going to lead to people getting fired for far less offensive emails, personal emails. It is such an old man thing, though, to send a racist email.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, too, dude. It's like, it's going to be the thing of like all these group, like
every dad in the world.
Yeah, like these chain messages that are like, black guy walks into a tire shop. Like, that's the headline of the email it's like, ... Yeah, ... And then you'll never. And
funniest joke ever.
Yeah. That's what they need to type in all these emails is funniest joke ever in the thing. And they're going to have to read a fucking 2,000 word joke that ends in just pure racism at the very end of the whole thing.
I mean, you know what's funny about my life is that I was such a pain in the ass when I was younger that, like, I'll never have that was 10 years ago. I was perfectly on point with how you're supposed to be now. So like all my scandals are just stuff I said in the last week, in the last year, because I was such an annoying protester when I was younger. Everything was on point. I mean, if people like dug into me, I would win an award for all the shit I was saying.
Most boring social media. Bryan Vokey.
Yeah. They were like, people would be like, are you Nostradamus? Are you a fucking fortune teller?
Dude, did I ever tell you about that time? This is a few months. No, this is maybe like a year ago, at least. Whenever I was at home for like a weekend, and my parents were arguing, and I forgot what it was. Or my parents were arguing. My mom asked my dad something. He goes, "I don't know who the hell you think I am, fucking Nostradamus." Like he even fucking knows who Nostradamus is.
My point being is that I don't like people's personal emails being up for grabs, no matter how offensive those emails are. And this is when you get into that sketchy territory where like
and I was telling you that too. Yeah,
remember the what is that group, the ACLU? The ACLU defended the Klan's right to march.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you start defending privacy, you start defending some sketchy characters like John Gruden.
Of course. And it's like the idea of setting a bad precedent by doing XYZ seems to have become like a kind of a right-wing talking point. But with this, it's really like you're setting a bad precedent if you're taking private emails out of context.
Yeah, and like there is no context to put them in. Like they're gnarly.
I mean, the sucking the dick thing there's some context behind that.
Yeah.
He asked him to please perform oral sex on him,
and then he was assuming a lot of people were having sex with their mothers. He called the Roger Goodell an incestuous. And he accused him of being in an incestuous relationship with his own mother. Yeah, like
I mean, Roger Goodell is an anti-football pussy.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree there.
I mean, most football players don't like Roger Goodell.
I don't think anybody does.
I mean, did you see the Bills-Chiefs game?
Yes.
Did you see the roughing the passer call?
Yes.
Only the Chiefs or maybe the Chargers right now could have come back from that deficit.
Yeah.
So that actually did fuck the Chiefs. Like, that was the worst roughing the passer call since when they started instituting the new roughing the passer boundaries. Clay Matthews, the Green Bay lost 2 games off of calls just like that on Clay Matthews. Clay Matthews was like the example. So they just used him as the example, and they destroyed his career. I mean, he never had a good season after that.
He's like, what? I can't fucking kill the quarterback no more.
That's your Clay Matthews?
Yeah,
he's more like, what? Like, I can't kill a quarterback? Oh, fuck, dude. Clay Matthews is like a bimbo.
Dude, the Bills are sick. Bills are number 1 in the power rankings this week.
They should be.
Yeah.
The only team that I think could potentially be... The AFC is sick right now. Like, the Bills, the Chargers, and the Ravens are unreal. Lamar Jackson can throw now.
Yeah.
It's over.
That was definitely the most... He was responsible for like 90-something% of their yards yesterday.
He threw for over 400.
I think that was the first time in his career he's ever thrown for 300.
It was... No, I don't think so.
There was something the other day I was reading where it's like he had never thrown for like 300.
He also had the highest completion percentage of anybody in history who's thrown for 400 yards. 85% completion percentage.
Christ.
Dude, I mean, and the Colts had like a top 5 defense last year. I don't know what's going on this year, but I thought
their
Colts
fucking quarterback is in a wheelchair on the field.
He hasn't even missed a game this year, and you still like...
Yeah, he can't throw. All he's thinking about is how much his fucking pussy hurts. I need that sound effect. It's like, oh, daddy, my pussy hurts. You know what I'm talking about? I would have that next week.
Carson Wentz is the last thing. The problem with him is that he isn't thinking about how much he hurts.
He's just going for it.
Yeah, he's just going for it. But yeah, Lamar Jackson being able to throw, it's over. He's right now, there's nobody playing quarterback better than him. He's got a broken ass team. Every ACL on that team's offense is torn.
Yeah, there's something going on there with the health and safety.
Have you seen the running backs?
They're all hurt. They're all.
But have you seen they're all old now? They got Latavius Murray, Devontae Freeman, and another guy who is like a big name back in the day. But like they're all like because they're just like guys who weren't on a team and then they just wait for an ACL to tear and then they get picked up. So like his number 1 receiver is Marquise Hollywood Brown. Like Hollywood Brown's not that good. He's a number 2 on most teams. And then he's got Mark Andrews at tight end. Like, dude, Lamar Jackson is him and Justin Herbert are the 2 best quarterbacks in the league right now.
Yeah. Did you Carson Wentz was actually mic'd up this week. Did you hear him?
No, what'd he say?
Oh, daddy, my pussy hurts.
What is that?
It's a meme on like TikTok of people making fun of like Generation Z. Of like they like stub their toe and that's what they say.
Ow, daddy, my pussy hurts.
Oh my God.
You millennials out there.
Or Gen Zs.
Yeah, you
Zoomers.
Oh shit.
You Zoomers.
You Zoomers out there. Dude, I don't know.
You're too into the sound drops at this point.
It's so fun. That's all I care about.
Just really shoehorning the setup. Out of nowhere. Did you hear what Carson Wentz said?
You heard Carson Wentz had to say, yeah, because I didn't think to have the fucking. If I was a genius, I would have had the "my pussy hurts" sound effect on fucking lock already, but I didn't have it because I'm a fucking idiot, dude.
Dude, I think that the do you think the Chiefs? Here's my question: is like, you know how sports shows like to do really awkwardly titled segments? Are the Chiefs on to Cincinnati, or are they over? Do you remember the On to Cincinnati?
Yeah, of course. We're on to Cincinnati.
Yeah, dude, that's a good Belichick.
We're on to Cincinnati.
Did you see the when somebody asked about long snapping?
Oh no, but I've seen the title of the video where it's like Bill Belichick talks about long snapping for 8 minutes.
Yeah. So this, you know how he is with interviews. He doesn't like to answer anything. Somebody asked him about whether or not you need to dedicate a roster spot to a long snapper, or could you just train somebody else to do that so that you have that roster spot open? And he went into all the way back to the 60s, the evolution of long snapping. And at the end, he thanked the reporter for the question. He goes, "That's a great question. Thank you." Like, he was so fired up to talk about long snapping.
Some of these coaches are such fucking losers. Do you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, do you know how fucking boring it would be to hang out with Bill Belichick? That'd be a fucking nightmare.
I actually, you know what's funny though is I love experts like who can talk about anything like really thoroughly. Because I was taking a piss at a movie theater last night and I realized that there's not anything that I'm even close to an expert at. I don't know if there's anything I'm good at. You know, you ever sit there and be like,
what hit you? Were you like pissing on yourself?
I was
You're like, I ain't even good at pissing.
Well, I was seeing James Bond and I was thinking how fucking talented he is as an international spy. And I was just like, I'm not good at anything, really. Like good, like good, like great. You know what I mean? And like, I was thinking about Bill Belichick as I was pissing, him talking about the long snapping. And I was like, I would love to be able to talk about anything like that, literally anything. And then you find your community. There's people who are, if you're an expert in a field, you immediately find a community because when you're an expert, you alienate everybody because you know too much about something and it's boring for anybody else to hear about.
I mean, I would say you could call yourself an expert at like public speaking, not comedy, but public speaking in general. I would say that we're both in like the top 2% of public speakers in the world.
You think so?
Yeah, out of all the people?
Yeah.
Out of the people? Why do I sound like Sebastian there? No, I think out of all the people.
Do a jump kick for
like
no reason.
Multiple billions of people.
There I am on my way to the store. You're like, what are you doing? Have you ever done anything?
He kicks like a baby when he's on the ground.
He does that like fucking musical ankle kick.
Did you get to pause the movie whenever you went to the bathroom last night?
No, I waited until inevitably a homeless person pulled the fire alarm because that's a guarantee.
Is it really?
Yes.
Well, there's a bunch of prankster homeless people down there?
I don't know what their game is. I don't know what the end game is down there, but they are absolutely downtown LA.
So you're saying every single time you've gone to this place, a homeless person has pulled the fire
Not every single time, but I work with... by work, I mean I date somebody who works there.
Yeah, doing some work.
Putting in overtime, huh?
Taking care of business.
But she tells me...
Look at your fat ass, too.
She always tells me about how homeless people are pulling the fire alarms all the time.
That's a very funny move. What's the question? Then you get everybody out there, and you're like, anybody got a cigarette? Like, that's what you do. You know what? You're tired of asking too many people.
Or you run in and take bites of popcorn.
Yeah.
Well,
I was always thinking about that because at the Golden Corral, I was thinking of that once about how far into Golden Corral.
When you were there this morning for breakfast.
Whenever I went to Golden Corral for breakfast. How far into Golden Corral you could get and how full you could get before anything happened. Because you can go in there and just go boom, 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 and then just run out, and the cops would be none the wiser. They're not gonna.
Wait, what are you doing?
You're eating.
No, but how? Why are the cops coming? What, you pull the fire alarm?
No, you just sprint into Golden Corral, past the Golden Corral TSA, and you go into the thing and you just start shoving your face with like orange chicken and ribs.
This is what you were thinking about raiding a Golden Corral.
Yeah, I was just thinking about
that's literally the fattest thought I've ever heard in my life.
I was just thinking, what would happen?
Most people think about that with banks.
No, of course.
Jewelry stores.
That's the obvious.
You're thinking about biscuits.
No, it's just what would happen. Like if you were homeless and you were smart, you would just.
Well, never the twain shall meet.
If you were,
I bet most homeless people are geniuses, and that's why they're
dude,
homeless.
you want to know something funny? So Kelly's sister was showing me this thing that was like one of those books you have when you're a kid. That's like, when I grow up, I want to be this. When I would never do this. I love doing this. Like those like about me books. She found one of these books in her parents' stuff, and I don't know how old she was when she wrote it. It was what did it? There was so it said things I would never do, or like or just says like I would never, and then one of it said like steal. The other one said like lie to my parents, and number 3 said be fat or homeless. Which are two very funny things to group together. Being fat and homeless.
Those are the two worst things she could think of.
Being fat and homeless. Oh my God.
Never have I ever been fat and homeless.
I think. Oh, so you think you're asking if the Chiefs suck now?
Yeah. Are they going to turn this season around, or do they suck?
I mean, they're going to make the playoffs, I imagine.
You think so?
I think they will squeak into the playoffs.
They're in the bottom of their division right now.
Are they?
They're behind. I think they're tied with the Broncos.
What's their record right now?
2-3.
Yeah, I don't think that's a big deal. I think they could squeak into the playoffs in a wild card or something. Mahomes is just too good.
Right. Well, yeah, and it's hard to judge him on last night because the ball was wet, and Josh Allen didn't actually throw that much. So
yeah,
he was more running. Man, he is, dude. Josh Allen was so sick. Did you see him just like anytime they ran a draw, he was getting 10 yards. It was like I was playing Madden on easy.
Yeah, he was on fire, and he fucking hurdled that guy. That shit was tight.
Yeah, the hurdle was gnarly.
Yeah, dude, he's like, man.
Yeah, you got Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, the AFC quarterback situation is insane right now.
Yeah, he's fucking good. The Bills are. Do you think the Bills are going to go to the Super Bowl this year?
Well, when you have a top 5 offense and defense, I don't know how you don't go to the Super Bowl. They've already pitched so 2 shutouts this year.
They're so good, and it's crazy to. I don't know. Like I always think about that even though like the team is so good, like if you're playing for an NFL team but you're in a not ideal city to be in.
Yeah.
I wonder what to deal with that.
I know Marshawn wanted to get the fuck out of Buffalo.
And what's this Antonio Brown? Whenever they were going to trade him to Buffalo, we said no.
Yeah. yeah.
But like I always think about that when people get traded, like Joe Musgrove going from the Pirates to San Diego, or like Stafford going from Detroit to LA. Like
you got to think though, like you also got a lot of country boys in the NFL.
Yeah,
a lot of country boys. Like, I mean,
who don't want to be in the bigger city.
Yeah. Like Josh Allen, like he thinks Buffalo is ideal. Like he loves it. I bet Richie Incognito was playing for Buffalo for a while. He was. I bet he loved it too.
It's colder than a fucking.
Richie Incognito. There's another guy who
is he on the Raiders?
He was on the Raiders.
And he got released, or
they signed Vontez Burfict and Richie Incognito.
Richie Incognito, man, that's a guy who gets it.
That's a patriot, right there.
He loves his country, man.
Do you know that I know a woman who went on a date with him, and she was she's a black girl. Didn't he get in trouble with racism?
He got in trouble for all kinds of stuff.
Or was it? No, he was bullying.
But I think he was racistly bullying.
Jonathan Martin.
Yeah,
he was being racist when
wasn't Jonathan Martin saying he's gonna like shoot up the team?
Yeah. He went full fucking Zoomer.
Yeah. Daddy, my pussy hurts. Jonathan Martin is fucking massive.
It's the only
squish our heads.
It's the only room in the world where he could be bullied.
Yeah, really.
Is an NFL locker room.
Yeah, the like only. That's so funny.
Any other situation,
he's the fucking alpha everywhere he goes.
Yeah, everywhere he goes. Man. He's like 6'5", 298 pounds.
Yeah, I didn't see the Packers and Bengals.
5 straight missed field goals.
Mason Crosby was fucking up. He was hot.
Mason missed 3.
Was this weather related?
Yeah, well, the flag was definitely moving on the field, and McPherson for the Bengals, their kicker, also missed 2. So Mason missed 2 game-winning opportunities. He missed 1 in overtime. He missed 2 in the fourth quarter. McPherson also missed a game winner. It was one of the most stressful football games ever watched because Green Bay's defense finally played well. Dude, they folded Burrow like a table. Burrow,
he went to the hospital, didn't he?
throat contusion.
Yeah, which way did his throat go? Forward or backward?
He got folded like
What's
forehead to
contusion
knee.
mean? He got like
a bruise.
Oh, you think his chin strap like went into his throat?
Somehow something hit his throat and he got bruised, which my friend got hit in the throat with his surfboard and he sounded like this for like 2 weeks. Jeez. Which means you can't even you can't call like plays. You can't do a cadence.
I don't know why I thought you were going to talk about like phone calls. You can't call anybody.
No.
Can. Yeah, that would be brutal.
Yeah, so Blue 32 smile and blow me. Mel Gibson with a throat contusion.
Yeah. So it's like that's brutal. So is he out next week?
What?
Is he out next week? Like strictly because he can't call plays?
I don't know if he lost his voice. I just know that my friend got a bruise on his throat, and that's how he sounded. I don't know if Burrow sounds like that.
Hit with a surfboard.
But Green Bay's defense played a sick fucking game. They gave up one bonehead play, a 75-yard touchdown right at the end of the half, like they did to Tampa Bay in the NFC Championship game last year. They just they lose their focus in the second quarter. They always do, and that's a discipline issue. But I was fired up at their defense because Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing that good. Aaron Rodgers right now, he's doing all right. Like he's engineering a lot of comebacks, but essentially all he's doing right now is just throwing 40 balls to Devontae Adams, and Devontae Adams
hoping something sticks.
And it does every time. Devontae Adams is catching everything. Everything. Like if Aaron Rodgers did not have Devontae Adams, this season would not be what it is right now. Like he's saving his ass right now. The MVP of the Packers right now is Devontae Adams.
There's so much drama in football, man. I don't know why it just hit me. It seems like
so much drama.
I really did sound like John. I just sound like John Gruden on accident. That's how my impressions go. I can't do it if I'm trying to, but if I.
What do you mean? There's so much drama in football.
Just like it seems like football's the most dramatic sport because it's like.
It's only because it's the most cared about sport.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, imagine how big that Tatis Machado story would have been if baseball was as big as football.
Yeah.
There's a lot of...
And there's also so many baseball games, so it's like shit works itself out, but with football, there's only so many. I was just thinking about like the Rodgers thing before the season, now this. Like every week, there's a huge thing.
Yeah. That's just because the media does that. That's the media, man.
Yeah, the media, man. The fucking failing New York Times,
Calling cowherd. You know what I call him? Calling coward.
He's just saying that to himself. He's probably wasted right now, John Gruden. He's either wasted or he's a guy who's never drank once in his life.
Or he's on a golf course with OJ.
He's probably psyched. He's probably pretty excited. Do you think he's happy?
Do you think there's like in Shrek the villain bar, do you think there's like a canceled bar in Vegas where you just have like Donald Trump's on the piano, O.J. Simpson's dancing on the bar, John Gruden's in there, Shane Gillis is being brought in for entertainment later.
That would be great. I would play there. I would do a show there.
Oh, for sure. I remember when I saw Shrek, I loved the villain bar. They had Tom Waits playing the piano. I was like, I love Tom Waits.
That'd be sick. They should make a villain. I'm surprised there isn't a villain bar in L.A.
That'd be a sick show, like an HBO Real Talk, like the barbershop show that LeBron does.
But with like
all canceled people.
Yeah. O.J. Simpson.
They're rich enough and done enough where they can say whatever the fuck they want.
Dude, Rogan's got to get O.J. on.
That's a logical conclusion for Rogan, right? The last episode.
No, it would be like not definitely. It would. The Rogan's podcast is just too big to fail at this point. Like it seems like he's almost trying.
He's the Fannie Mae of
of
podcasts.
It's just it can't happen. You'll move on to some baseball here. Any last words for football?
What do you want to do? Our pick'ems for next week?
Oh yeah, of course. Duh. Bryan, 11-5 this week. I'm not sure quite what that brings your record to right now, but it's definitely.
I went 11-5 again, and Bruce was like, "You should get in on this work pool I do. It's $10 to get in." And then he was like, "Wait, never mind. I'd rather just play your picks."
Yeah, you don't work there, dude. Here, let's hit them hard. Let's hit them fast. You ready, Bryan?
Yes, sir.
Everybody, take these down. Write these down. Take a little note here. Remind me of something I didn't know. George Strait, my brother. Bucks, Eagles.
Bucks.
Eagle. Bucks. Dolphins, Jaguars.
Dolphins.
Chiefs versus the artist formerly known as the Redskins.
Chiefs.
Rams, Giants. Easy.
Not as easy. Well, with all the injuries, yes. Did you see Daniel Jones, Kenny Golladay, Saquon Barkley are all out?
Yeah, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
Did you see the picture of his ankle? It's fucking brutal. I lost my fantasy game this week. Sorry, I forgot this because of the Ravens tight end scored 40 points.
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, fucking asshole. Texans Colts.
Wait, I didn't pick that.
Oh, Rams Giants.
Rams.
Texans Colts.
I don't want you playing any nonsense on me. Texans Colts.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Colts just had their spirit broken. The Texans, Davis Mills is starting to come around, but I still think the Colts win.
Bengals Lions. Lions can't catch a fucking break, dude.
The Lions are going to win that game.
You think so?
I think so.
Oh, with Joe Burrow's hurt?
Well, Joe Burrow's a little hurt, plus Joe Mixon's a little hurt, plus the Bengals have the Ravens the week after. They're going to look past the 0-5 Lions. Yeah. No. Bengals, never mind. Joe Burrow's too much of a gamer. Bengals.
Hell yeah, dude. Packers versus Bears. Justin Fields, he might come alive.
The Bears are on a little win streak right now, but that's about to end. Green Bay's going to destroy them.
Chargers Ravens.
Ooh, game of the week.
Ravens just played a long game.
I'm going Chargers, but that is going to be a showstopper.
Vikings Panthers.
Panthers.
Cardinals Browns.
Cardinals.
Raiders Broncos.
Wait, where is that Cardinals-Browns game?
Cleveland.
It's in Cleveland? I got to go Cardinals.
You're so fucking... Shit. That was the wrong drop.
I mean, the Browns has put up 42 points on the Chargers.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But in the Raiders... Oh, no, I'm looking at the next one. Cardinals are just so good right now, dude. Raiders Broncos. I definitely am going Broncos on this because the Raiders are just fucking...
Yeah, I mean, backup coach is...
They're just confused right now.
Derek Carr is like shitty all of a sudden. Yeah. He started out really good. Teddy Bridgewater, though, has been kind of fucked up, but I'm going to go Raiders. I'm going Raiders. I think they're going to just pull that out of their ass.
I don't think so. Cowboys Patriots.
Cowboys.
Seahawks Steelers.
Steelers.
Bills Titans.
Bills.
Of course. All right. Guys, take those. Let's fucking do it. Let's move on to some baseball here. Red Sox advance.
2 walk-offs in a row.
2 walk-offs in a row. Only the second time ever a postseason series has ended with a team making an out. Like on a sacrifice fly. Second time that's ever happened.
Really?
A series ending on a sac fly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, in the AL. They said it happened 6 times in the NL.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that's like, I mean, obviously that was crazy. But then we even talked about how I went to the wild card game.
The Dodgers
Cardinals.
Fucking
wild card unbelievable.
Game. Unbelievable game.
Truly. Like one of the, I mean, I can't imagine it going any better. Like, truly. And it said, I sent you that thing.
Was it Pollock who hit the home run? Who?
Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor came in like the 6th or 7th inning for Pollock.
Oh, right.
Dude, so sick. And so that was only the 5th time ever that a winner take all game has ended in a walk-off. And I watched,
so wild card or game 7?
Wild card or any game 7. And then so it happened in 2016. Then it was Aaron Boone, and then the 2 other ones are legit. One of them was like from like 1948. Like in the video, nobody's wearing helmets and shit.
Yeah,
and
Bill
one of them was from like the 70s or something. Yeah. And you asked me the same question, like, what about Joe Carter? But that Joe Carter game was in the 6th, apparently.
But that won the World Series for Toronto, though.
Yeah. It won the World Series for them, but
it wasn't winner take all.
It wasn't winner take all.
Right.
It was, I mean, it was unbelievable. Fucking so much fun, dude. I was on TBS lighting a joint, even though you couldn't really tell.
Oh, were you?
You didn't see that picture?
No.
I'll show you the picture. Is my phone right here?
You're on TBS?
Yeah.
Like video?
Yeah. On TV, me and Tyler were on TV, and in the picture, like if you, I was, because we were in the stands, and we were going fucking ballistic because we had they changed pictures right there. It was bottom of 9, and we both ran to go to the bathroom, and then Tyler went to the bathroom, and I didn't get into the bathroom because it was taking too long. And then we're like chilling in the stands. Those videos where I showed you after he hit the home run, where everybody's fucking throwing shit on the field and going crazy.
Yeah.
And I had like a half a blunt in my pocket, so I just pulled it out and lit it.
You couldn't have been the only one.
I don't know. I didn't see other people. People were going fucking, dude. The field was littered with trash. Like people were throwing full beers into the fucking crowd. They're blasting Kanye West. Where we went to that game, the comeback game, and people didn't leave the stands for a little bit. People I can't even imagine how late people did.
They're still there to this day.
It was fucking nuts. But look at this picture. If you stop and zoom in on the TBS broadcast, you could. I'm for sure lighting a blunt. I'd probably 10 people texting me. It's like, just saw you guys on TV. You
It's
can't tell that I'm lighting a hooter on if you're just.
It's funny too because it looks like a movie set. You know how a movie set they make the main character wear exactly different colors and everybody else is wearing the same palette.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're really popping on this one.
Yeah, because I'm like the only one wearing black. Everyone else is wearing blue.
Dude, see if the Red Sox come to the Dodgers to LA for the World Series, which looks like it's not going to happen, but if the Red Sox come to LA to play the Dodgers,
you fucking ever.
Do you think I could wear like a Brooklyn Dodgers hat and then secretly write Austin under the B?
No, dude, in the playoffs, I think you're allowed more to cheer for the other team. I think because I don't think the murderer.
I told you that Cholo cried at me and like he was gonna kill me at the thrift store. At the 18 World Series. When
I remember the story very loosely.
I was at St. Vincent de Paul thrift store and I was wearing a Red Sox hat and the Red Sox had just broken the will of the Dodgers because the Dodgers hadn't won it yet. They were in another World Series. Dave Roberts, and this Cholo looks at me, and he's vicious looking, like he's a tough looking dude. 9 Mile stare, and he goes, "Come on, man, take that hat off." He was like choked up, but like angry. And I feel like the worst beating you'll ever get is a cry beating, you know, because you already got a guy who doesn't like being vulnerable.
Yeah,
clearly he doesn't know how to access that part of his brain and be okay with it. So he's just gonna, yeah, he's like, "Come on, man, take that hat off, bro. Take that hat off." But like also in my face. Yeah. It was the most psychotic experience I've ever felt.
What'd you
life.
say? Were you like, no?
I just went, oh, and I walked away.
Oh, it's okay, young man.
I just walked away. Oh,
That's
no.
so funny, dude.
Yeah.
Did you see the Dodgers? So when we're recording this, the Dodgers have another game. The game 4 is tonight. Last night was game 3. Did you watch any of the game last night?
I didn't know. I watched the Red Sox and that was it.
Ended up being 1-0. 25 to 30 mile an hour wind at Dodger Stadium last night. And the Dodgers got fucked by the wind so many times. The Dodgers hit so many balls to the warning track. Bottom of the ninth with 2 outs, Gavin Lux hit a ball opposite field that looked no doubt like a homer off the bat. 106.9 mile an hour is off the bat. 22-degree launch angle. So on balls hit 106 to 107 miles an hour at a 22 angle this year, people were 55 for 62 with 38 home runs. Dodgers had 4 of those this year. All of them were home runs. The Dodgers hit so many balls to the warning track.
So they can't play small ball at all? They can't do any singles?
I have no clue. All I know is what last night they were just hit the shit out of the ball.
See, the Giants
died every time. Giants' only run was a fucking Evan Longoria home run.
Yeah. Well, how did he get it out? Was it a bomb?
It was a bomb.
It was a bomb.
It was. They even said it in the broadcast. Like, that was a grown man's home run, because it's like he's just like an old school, like old guy who just fucking muscled the shit out of one. And it's like it wasn't even that it went more than like 4 rows up, but it was just they were like, yeah, if there was no wind, that would have been probably about 440. Like
Jesus Christ.
It was.
Where did it land?
Left field. He hit the shit out of it. But man, that Gavin Lux fucking won last night. Off 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, down by 1-0, and it's like, obviously this is where the Dodgers are going to hit a home run, you know?
Yeah. 30 mile an hour winds. Now, does that affect pitching at all?
Not really.
No.
It does, because you're not getting moisture really on your hands as much, and you're not like, you know, like shit can get in your eyes.
It doesn't give you movement, though.
No, not really. Just because you're throwing the ball so hard.
Way too hard.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, the fucking... God, the Dodgers
hit
so many fucking home runs, or like balls that should have been home runs last night.
Who pitched for the Giants?
Alex Wood.
And how far did he make it?
The 6th inning, I believe.
And who pitched for the Dodgers?
Scherzer, who I think went 7.
And I saw you had a press conference link in there for Max Scherzer. What the fuck did he go?
Oh no, this was after the wild card game. Have you not heard of this?
No.
So this is after the wild card game where Max Scherzer has the headset on, and I think he doesn't quite understand, like the way that we're monitoring sound right now in our ears, we hear our own voice. Mm-hmm. I think they monitor sound on those, and he didn't like it. So check this out.
Yeah, K-Long told me a couple days ago, you got to get rid of this echo. I can't talk. I'm drunk.
And he's standing on home plate shirtless with goggles on his head. It's so fucking...
Yeah, K-Long told me a couple days ago.
Oh, he's hammered.
You got to get rid of this echo. I can't talk. I'm drunk. Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. He's a fucking psycho, too. So he's just like... Because you can tell he's like... like I've ever seen a video of Lee Corso where he's like, because he's like has a fucking echo going crazy in his ear.
Yeah.
So either there was people talking in his ear, or he could hear his own voice, probably.
Yeah. Oh, I know that makes you talk slow. When
I'm gonna fucking you go fucking.
There's a great video of Eddie Van Halen playing a guitar solo to Jump, but somehow his keyboard got preset like a half step down, so he's perfectly out of tune with it. Like
so funny.
To make the most horrendous sounds you've ever heard in your life.
Sorry. Do you have the phone plug-in?
No, it's in my bedroom. Oh, that?
Just the dongle piece?
It's in my car. Should I go grab it?
No, this will be fine. Let me... Just because this is an Instagram link.
Man, you so motherfucking stupid.
Here we go. All right. I have it here. Okay. Can go back to it. Dude, Randy Arozarena is legit.
Yes.
Like, he's like in the top 10, I think, for most postseason home runs ever.
And he's super young.
And he's played like not even like he had 10 home runs last year. I think he has 12 postseason home runs.
He's past Reggie Jackson.
Yeah. He's unbelievable. He's so fucking good.
For Tampa Bay, for those listening.
Like, he's gotta. I don't imagine he's gonna be in Tampa Bay very long. I imagine he's gonna get the fuck out of there. Like,
I wonder what Tampa Bay's offseason is gonna be like, because
he's super young. He's like a rookie, so he's there for a few more years.
Yeah. But they've got another guy. I forget his name. Black dude. Really funny. The guy who wears cowboy boots.
Wander Franco. No, the guy who wears cowboy boots is
is that him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That guy rules, dude.
Check the. Just because last week we played that Mariners call. This is such a good fucking call here. This is him hitting a home run in game 1.
Y la prende. Are you feeling Randy, baby? Sir, work. Adios.
Mexican, like Spanish. Fucking like broadcasting is so fucking funny. It's like my friend Mark when we had him on the podcast, and he was like, "PC culture does not exist in like Mexico and Spanish countries." It was just like,
Y la prende. Are you feeling Randy, baby?
He's also attempting a British accent.
yeah,
which is so
doing
funny.
an impression. Are you feeling Randy, baby? It's so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, that Red Sox series, dude. I mean, it's looking like it's going to be the Astros were postponed due to weather, so they're playing today.
They're playing today and tomorrow. So by the time this comes out, I imagine the Dodgers series will be settled, and I imagine the Astros White Sox are.
So it looks like it's going to be the Giants are going to be playing the Braves.
Giants are going to be playing golf here in about 2 weeks.
Giants are going to be playing the Braves. Wait, so it's going into game 4, so it's another game in LA?
Another game in LA.
They're going to San Francisco is going to close it out in LA. That's nuts.
I might go down there and beat the fuck out of somebody if they do. Tickets aren't that expensive. They're
How
like
much?
$150.
That's not the worst.
No, it's really not.
I mean, I paid $78 to get a boxing tickets.
In Vegas?
In Vegas,
Wow.
yeah, $78. That's a crazy deal.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, by myself. I only bought one ticket.
Are you gonna have those big ass headphones on?
I'm gonna get a fucking Mark Davis.
I was gonna
haircut.
say you should get a Mark Davis wig. And just have those big headphones.
Just eating popcorn.
And a huge spiral, colorful lollipop.
Cotton candy.
It'd be so fucking funny. Oh my god. Yeah, you just have a shitload of candy that you sneak in a fucking trench coat. Oh man. So right now, as long as the Dodgers win, it's gonna be the ALCS that I picked. If the Dodgers and the Braves win.
Yeah. Well, the Braves, I thought they already won.
No, they're up 2-1.
Okay. Well, I picked the Giants, and I believe I picked the Astros to come out.
Yeah, you didn't pick the Sox, I don't think.
I didn't, because I didn't want to.
Yeah. I knew the Rays. I knew the Sox were going to beat the Rays.
You didn't know that. There's no.
I picked the Sox.
Picking is different from knowing.
I know shit.
No, nobody. I mean,
Dude.
the Rays were the only 100-win team in the AL.
Yeah, and I knew that they were. I could feel it.
Now I feel like the Sox are going to win the World Series the way they're playing because they have.
I would rather this. If the Dodgers aren't going to win the World Series, I would like it to be the Red Sox. I would like the Dodgers to play the Red Sox.
You know how teams just feel magical?
Yeah.
And they start going on these runs?
Yes.
The Red Sox are like Kike is on another level right now.
He has
He's in another and Devers, Kike, and Martinez are all in
Devers has hit all the home runs he's hit in the past week have landed in the exact same spot.
and also if you look at any time he's not getting a home run, he's essentially flying out 2 inches away from a home run.
Yeah, he's hitting the shit out of the
hitting
ball.
deep balls right now. JD is piecing up the field. Like he's not hitting home runs, but he's singling and doubling on a broken Kirk Gibson ankle.
Yeah.
This team, and also and there's always a guy who comes out of nowhere and is just a beast whenever a team makes a run.
Christian Vasquez.
No, Hoke, the pitcher.
Oh yes. Christian Vasquez and him too.
Yeah, I mean Vasquez has been pretty good for the last few years.
He's just young.
He caught the World Series that they won.
did he?
18. Yeah.
Maybe he's just.
He's good, but but this guy Hoke, might talk himself into a starting position. Like he might become in the rotation.
Yeah, well, that always kind of happens. Teams that are successful in the World Series or the playoffs always have one guy. Like the Dodgers or the Giants have that guy Doval who pitched last night. It's like 24-year-old guy throwing like 102 miles an hour.
The Red Sox fell into a closer.
Yeah,
that guy they got in the Rule 5 draft from the Yankees.
Yeah.
Rule 6, Rule 5. Which rule?
I think Rule 5.
What is that?
It's like a supplemental draft, like kind of.
Oh, okay. What did you think of that ground rule double?
That went off of his body? That was 100% legit.
Yeah, he didn't fake anything.
Fake what?
Like a lot of people, like Yankees. It's funny.
They think he knocked it over the fence?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. He's an idiot.
He played it wrong.
Yeah.
He played it wrong. Ground rule.
There's
double.
a video of Puig doing the same thing where Puig dives through a ball and he's diving with such force that the ball hits off his glove and goes over the fence.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Puig was a shitty fielder.
He's
with
awful.
A massive cannon.
He's unbelievably. He's just a chaotic player.
He's not in the league anymore, is he?
I don't believe so. No, he had some trouble though. He's just too chaotic.
Yeah.
He's good, but he swings at everything. He throws the ball anywhere he wants to.
Yeah,
dude. You know what I didn't talk about at that wild card game? Harrison Bader. The fans were giving him the business. The Cardinal center fielder. He looks really cool. He looks kind of like Mr. Ass. That's his name, right?
But you mean Ass Man?
Ass Man, sorry, not Mr. Ass. Mr. Ass is my father. So the fans are giving him the business. He would throw the ball into the stands every few innings. The Dodgers fans would throw it back at him. They were like, it wasn't like they were throwing it back on the field. They were throwing the ball at him. He was catching it on one bounce and then throwing it completely over the stands out of the stadium. And he did it 3 times, and it was so fucking funny.
That's great. He's just hitting people in the fucking plaza.
Dude, yes. Because he was throwing it over center field, and that's just the concourse.
Yeah, that's he's hitting like a news anchor.
Yeah,
that's
He's hitting where Eric Caro sits right there by the Shake Shack, dude. Yeah, just gunning the ball over the entire
also
stadium.
Children's Playground right there.
Yeah. Just crushing somebody, I imagine.
Dude, did you see the bullpen footage of Garrett Cole warming up?
Nuh-uh.
So the Red Sox had the cruelest bullpen situation in the world. Like it's the most Boston thing in the world. The bullpen is essentially just in the stands.
Oh, so I didn't see Garrett Cole.
They can touch.
I saw somebody else. Yes.
If they wanted to touch Garrett Cole, they absolutely could. So Garrett Cole's warming up, and every time he throws a pitch, they're going ball, ball 2, ball 3. Ball 4, you suck, Garrett. And some guy had Kermit the Frog. I don't know if there's something with Garrett Cole and Kermit the Frog, but he was puppeteering Kermit the Frog, heckling Garrett Cole, the most annoying human beings alive.
It's one thing to heckle and be funny, but it's another thing to heckle and be annoying.
Yeah. Oh, that's the way to do it.
Oh, we were yelling at the way that we were yelling at what was the guy, the center fielder for the
I can't remember his name anymore.
Yeah,
for the Cardinals.
No, it's for the Giant, the Padres, the guy we were yelling at. But the guy that for the Cardinals we were yelling at, we were having fun, dude. Where I was yelling the same shit, you're mentally weak, and then it'd get real quiet, and I'd go, "Hey, Bader, I saw you on Grindr.
That killed that.
Yeah, of course. And Tyler kept laughing because he's like, it's almost like you're being homophobic towards him, but you're actually revealing that you're also gay. And so yeah, dude, we were fucking. Harrison Bader was getting into it, and like he was like shaking his ass at the crowd a little bit. Like
Was
it
he?
was fun. Like he was like pretending that he was like keeping loose, but really it looked like he was kind of doing the chicken dance.
Yeah.
He was a good sport, dude. It was fun.
Good for him. They lost, so it's safe. It was safe for him.
Yeah, I actually saw the home run from the center field bleachers because we ran over to that bathroom during the pitching change, and then the pitching change wasn't long enough for me to get in there.
But it went into left field, right?
It went into left field, so we had a great angle of it. It was crazy.
Yeah. Did it just erupt?
Oh,
did I Love LA come on immediately? Immediately.
Not because they don't play the "Hey New York City." It just goes, dude.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Fucking like
eruption.
Just like we could find the fucking thing really quick. You could just hear it, dude.
That's so sick, dude. That's a great thing to be at.
Yeah, I mean it's one of the truly like it's definitely like the best baseball game of the season, I would say.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The Red Sox beat the Yankees 6-2 in the wild card.
It's just not a close game. It
just hammering the Bronx Bombers.
Dude.
2 balls and a strike to count on Taylor.
Just unbelievable here. Just the sack.
Reyes fires. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. This is way back. Walk him off.
People are going nuts, dude.
There it is.
Yeah. He fucking dude. I bet that's like the fastest around the bases anybody's done this entire year.
He sprinted.
He sprinted the entire way around the bases.
Pete Rose style.
Yeah. Dodgers are so good at taking people like Chris Taylor, like Max Muncy, like people who were kind of like thrown away by other teams a little bit. Pollock not as much because he was pretty good for the Diamondbacks. Taking people who were thrown away by other teams and like putting them either into that ultra utility role, like bringing ultra utility fucking shit out of people, or like just fucking crush like Max Muncy. Dude, Max Muncy was like out of baseball, went back and played for the A's and was decent, then comes to the Dodgers and hits fucking 50 home runs.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean it's like going to a thrift store and putting together like, you know, like like designing a mansion with a thrift store.
Yeah, it's fucking it's nuts. Let's just close out a few things here, just really quick before we talk about the boxing match. Oklahoma benched
Spencer Rattler.
He was the preseason Heisman favorite.
Did you see what happened after they benched him?
The fucking young true freshman quarterback came in and crushed it.
Crushed Texas. It was the Red River rivalry. But to be fair, he got benched last year during the Red River rivalry.
Spencer Rattler?
Yeah. He's gotten benched against Texas twice.
Jesus.
College football's a little different. Benching isn't nearly as egregious.
It's not final.
Well,
he's having a bad game. They bench, but it's like you're a preseason Heisman favorite, not just like a candidate, but the number one.
UGA, same thing. They keep benching their quarterback, and they're number one in the country right now.
Say the world. They're number one in the world right now.
Well, as far as college football is concerned, that is the world.
They keep benching Jake Squeaky Fromm?
Jake Fromm's gone.
Oh, is he?
He's on the Bills. I think.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He's one of his dad is Charles Manson.
Squeaky Fromm. No, it's JC something. I forget his name.
JC Carias. He's playing for Georgia. He's playing football. That would be so awesome if he was the quarterback.
Yeah, that would be like Lorenzo. Jared Lorenzo.
Oh, yeah, the Pillsbury throw boy, dude.
Yeah.
Legendary. Lefty.
Yeah, but they came back and they won that game. But college football's all fucked up this year again.
It's twisted, dude. Texas A&M just beat Alabama. Alabama hadn't lost a fucking 100 straight games against
I believe
Iowa
is number 2 in the
Iowa's killing it.
I believe right now the top 4, UGA, Iowa, Cincinnati, and like some other fucked up
Penn
team.
State?
No, because Iowa just beat Penn State.
Oh, yeah.
No, it might be like one of those, like Oregon, or no, Oregon lost, didn't they? Who is the number 4 team?
I bet Alabama's the number 4 team. Because there's a new 25 today, probably.
Yeah, it came out yesterday. Yeah.
Did it? Okay, so Georgia, Iowa, Cincinnati? What the
That's what I just
hell?
said to you.
What the fuck? That's crazy. What is that? Fucking me playing NCAA 14? Cincinnati?
Cincinnati's always flirting with being good.
But they're not like a number 3 good. And Oklahoma's number 4. Alabama's number 5. Ohio State number 6. Penn State, Michigan, Oregon, Michigan State, Kentucky. Coastal Carolina. Good God. Arizona State is 18th. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I was watching the Dodgers.
SMU 6-0.
I was watching the Dodgers. Good for them. Glad to see them come back. You know that Emmanuel Sanders and Cole Beasley were on the same SMU team, and now they're on the Bills now, and they won the first bowl together that SMU won since after they got the death penalty.
Cole Beasley just deactivated his Twitter.
Did he?
Yeah, he's pissed off because he said the only place he's getting booed is Buffalo.
Really? Yeah. Why is he getting booed in Buffalo?
He's an anti-vaxxer.
Buffalo cares about that?
I guess so. Also,
Buffalo?
right before we started this podcast, they I don't know if it was Steve Nash or like the Knicks, whoever, Nets, whoever, said that Kyrie, they're not going to do that split thing. They're not going to do where Kyrie just plays on the road.
He's either vaxxed or nothing.
He's all the way in or he's all the way out.
I agree.
Yeah, fuck him.
He's not good enough to get crazy special treatment.
No.
He hasn't been good for a while.
They have to trade him.
He's also useless. Like James Harden is a better point guard than him.
Wiggins got
vaccinated.
Got vaccinated.
And he said the same thing. He said it was either vaccine or no basketball. So he made the choice. It's not even like it's just Kyrie Irving thinks he's getting plugged into
the supercomputer.
Yeah.
The Moderna supercomputer.
I just did an interview with a flat earther. I didn't do it. I didn't care to speak to him. I produced it for people who cared to
Were
speak
you just
to
in the
him.
corner going,
I spoke up a few times.
Said
The guy,
what?
he was like, because he did this, the flat earther did this Alex Jones barrage of words.
and those dudes who you produced for were probably like, oh, okay.
They actually were, there's one of those guys is smart. He actually handled it really well. He basically just gave the guy enough rope to hang himself. They know the internet. You know what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
Yeah. Like they were pretty smart about it. I'll admit that.
But they never got no pussy on AIM.
Probably did. These dudes have probably been fucking since they were 2.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Damn,
hitting it from the back.
Damn,
From the back. But let me. But
Girl to see, man, that guy loves doggy style. Man. Yeah, you ever see Carl Nassib in there? He's just going for it and going for it. He doesn't stop.
Do you remember Norm Macdonald? Because John Gruden said something about Michael Sam, saying that Roger Goodell forced Jeff Fisher into drafting queers. It was what he said.
Where is Roger? Where is fuck is John Gruden from? Yeah, man.
Barely he's from wherever house I grew up in.
Apparently he's your dad.
He sounds exactly like my father.
And they're drafting. Does he drink? Is he a drinker?
He's got it. He's puffy in a way that a guy who drinks.
Dude, I think John Gruden is so fucking funny.
He's drunky now.
Yeah, dude. He's in there. He's like, yeah, funniest joke ever.
But John Gruden, Norm Macdonald's on a show back in the day, 2014 or so, and he goes, I like country music, and the guy goes, oh yeah, do you like new or old country music? He goes, I like old country music. New country music is the kind of stuff Michael Sam would listen to.
He's on Dan Patrick's show.
Yeah.
And Dan Patrick's like, oh, right, okay. Yeah, he's trying not to. Yeah, he's playing his own sound drops from like a car crash. Stamps.com.
But the flat earther, he hits this barrage of information, so you can't question anything he says. And he's just flowing and punching you in the face with words and words and words and words, and they're all stupid and they're all wrong. But because it's such a heavy flow of bullshit that it's hard to get in. And then what it does is then when you ask a follow-up question, you end up like really harping on an insignificant thing. It's a very manipulative tactic. It felt like he was trying to sell me a used car. But at one point, he's like, there's no video of the United States building the International Space Station. They forgot to film it. And I just chimed in and I was like, don't you think that maybe they just didn't want the video of it being built because they didn't want other countries to have that technology? And he puts those that emoji of the sunglasses over his face and goes, cool story, bro. And I go, wait, your response is an emoji? And then he just plows right ahead.
Zoom?
Yeah, he's on Zoom. He was so good at Zoom, except for he didn't know how to set it up. He's like a flat earther, right?
What do you mean he's good at Zoom?
Like he had his PowerPoint presentation behind him, and he was able to pop on like filters, and he was like a prop act. It was like he was like Carrot Top.
He's like crushing you on Zoom.
Yeah, but with not any real information.
That's so funny.
But yeah. Anyway, let's get into the fight because
let me
hit me
with the fight.
This past Saturday was the best heavyweight fight I've ever seen in my life. Now, like I've gone on YouTube, I've watched Fraser Ali. That stuff was better. But as far as new fights that I'm watching in live real time, that was the greatest heavyweight fight I've ever seen. And there's a reason why it was the greatest heavyweight fight I've ever seen. It's because Tyson Fury boxed like shit. And because they were two of the most powerful, strongest men in boxing with no technique that night, they were just pounding each other, slaughtering each other. And the thing that, so you know what I mean? Like if it was a better, if Tyson Fury boxed the way he can box and danced the way he danced, it would have been a shitty fight. He would have just pieced him up. But because
Tyson Fury might be one of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Really?
I think he's a cool looking dude.
No way.
Are you kidding me? The beard helps a lot. The beard makes him look better.
Tyson Fury's the white guy.
Yeah.
He's hideous.
There's not a man born from his mother who can hurt me.
Yeah, he's terrifying because he's so ugly.
He's so powerful.
And he's so fat,
He's
too.
so charismatic. He's in great shape though.
But he looks like he has a lot of loose skin.
Yeah, because he weighed 350 pounds.
I know.
I lost me mind. I gained 10 stone.
Did you see him golfing?
No.
It's pretty funny.
But this fight, I strongly recommend if you didn't see it, watch it. It's one of the sickest fights. I'm pretty sure Deontay Wilder was concussed in round 3. Uh-huh. And I think he just got by on pure instinct and power because he was walking around like he had Forrest Gump leg braces on. Like his legs were dead. But he still knocked Tyson.
Like a dude who's just really good at a DUI checkpoint.
Yeah, 100%.
He just knows the alphabet backwards really fast.
He knocked Tyson Fury down twice after he was already completely toast. It was an unbelievable fight because of how sloppy it was. But the thing is, like, that's it for the heavyweight. Like, everybody's saying, like, where does Tyson Fury go now? Because the guy who has all the other belts is Alexander Usyk, who had a great fight with Anthony Joshua the other night. But he's 6'3", 217 pounds. You're going to put him in a ring with Tyson Fury, who's 6'9", 277 pounds?
Does there need to be an ultra heavyweight?
I don't know what you do because I don't see that Alexander Usyk has a chance against Tyson Fury, and it almost seems a little unfair to put him in the ring with him.
Yeah.
So,
man.
So, like, where do you... There's not very many... Like, there's a bunch of young guys on the way up, but they're not ready yet. They're not there yet.
They're not grown up enough.
They're not grown up enough to fight Tyson Fury.
I have no clue how old Tyson Fury is.
33 years old. He'll be 34 very soon. He may already be 34.
I don't know how old you are because you're using Mozilla Firefox.
Ramsey turned me on to that because they don't track you.
Oh, yeah? Is he a Linux guy?
If he would... He thinks... He identifies as a Linux guy, but he doesn't use it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at pictures of Tyson Fury. He's so
6'9".
Yeah, I mean he's massive. I do like the picture of him where he looks fat.
Where he lost, before he lost weight.
I think he's a cool looking guy. He's just bald.
He's super sick looking.
I mean, Deontay Wilder is a cool looking guy.
Mike Tyson once asked Tyson Fury what his plans are after boxing, and he said to become the greatest pussy licker of all time.
See, that I agree with. What did Tyson say?
Tyson Fury went,
or what did Mike Tyson? Oh, Mike Tyson.
You crazy, man. You crazy, man, for that one.
The greatest,
this motherfucker said,
greatest
pussy
licker of all time. It's funny because I saw him golfing and his club looked like it fit, and I was going to say, these are the clubs you need.
Tyson Fury is going in to unify the pussy-eating belts.
Would you face Tyson Fury one-on-one in a pussy-eating contest?
Hell yeah. He doesn't stand a chance. Do you understand?
You should just declare yourself the world pussy-eating champion.
How does a competition work? Are we both eating pussy at the same time? Or do we eat the same girl's pussy?
You have to make a machine that is similar to that thing they have at bars where you punch it and it tells you how hard you punch. There has to be a machine.
But that's how good you eat it?
Yeah, that's like a machine that's like telling you like that's reading everything while you're doing it on like a fleshlight.
Thing is though, you've got to do like the only way it works is if like you know how there's 12 rounds in a boxing match, you should have 12 different pussies.
12 different rounds?
Yeah, because each pussy requires a different kind of thing.
That's exhausting.
Yeah, for you, not for a heavyweight champ.
Dude, can I tell you the truth? One time, what's this thing under your tongue called?
Uvula?
No, the connecting thing under your toe.
Nobody knows.
I don't know. I cut that one time, going too hard.
On a cock?
Detached, yeah. Carl Nassib, man. I was in there with Carl Nassib, and he jammed his dick under my tongue.
He was hitting my uvula with his cock like Roy Jones Jr. on a speed bag, man. It was wild.
That Jeffrey Epstein, man.
He's a real sick puppy.
I don't know, dude. I think that Tyson Fury looks kind of like Ben Roethlisberger.
No, I don't know. You mean fat and tall?
Dude, Ben Roethlisberger sucks so bad.
He crushed it last week.
Really?
Yeah, he had a sick comeback game.
Unbelievable. Everybody was saying that Mike Tomlin might get fired because he was afraid to move on from Roethlisberger.
He threw those. Remember, Ben always had the best deep ball.
Yeah.
He threw one of those to Deontay Johnson, just a perfect rainbow. And it's like, where's that Ben, dog?
Jesus Christ. That's kind of what old athletes do, though. They put you on the ropes about them, and then as soon as you fucking write them off, they're like, well, I'm back.
Yeah, they take a few weeks off just to rest up. They understand the news cycle moves on. Another story picks up. Ben Roethlisberger probably leaked the John Gruden emails.
Do you think that
just
Ben
to get him off his back
is cool looking in that picture where he's dressed like a detective? Where he has the fedora and the pinstripe suit. He looks like he's dressed up as like a pimp for Halloween.
Yeah, it looks like he went to the player haters ball.
Yeah. It literally looks like his clothes are from Spirit Halloween. Yeah. Oh, it's the worst fucking picture.
Oh my god. But so the heavyweight title. So here's what's happening next. Dillian White is the mandatory for the WBC. So Tyson Fury is going to be fighting Dillian White, which has to be in England. It won't sell tickets in the United States. Those are two British fighters. Dillian White, nobody knows who he is over here. He's big in England. Dillian White, yeah. He's the guy. Do you remember I showed you the knockout of the Russian? He was beating the shit out of this Russian, and the Russian just landed an old man uppercut and just knocked him dead.
Boxing, yes, I do remember that. Boxing is fun. He's like, yeah, dude. So he was really fucking up this Polak. He was beating the shit out of this Irish bastard. Like boxing is so nationalistic, whatever the word is. It's just so funny where it's like, oh yeah, dude. So he's getting in there and he's just knocking this Polak to shit. Like it's just that's the easiest way to describe people. It's like, yeah, this British son of a bitch.
yeah, because it matters to people. Like next week or the week after that, Maris Bradis, who is a
Maris.
Yeah, something.
Imagine you're a tough guy and your name is Maris.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm saying his name right because he's Latvian, but he's fighting. He's a cruiserweight champion, and he's fighting a title fight in Latvia, and he's playing a place as big as like the fucking Cowboys Stadium. But if he came to some giant. It's called the Arena Riga. It's like where like soccer happens over there. This massive arena. Because Latvians, they're proud of their hometown fucking champion.
Is there a stereotype about Latvian people?
I couldn't even think of anything funny. That's how little I don't know anything about them.
Are they in like the Polish realm of like?
I think they had an anti-vax riot.
Okay, Latvia. Is that where like vampires are from?
Transylvania is in Romania.
Transylvania.
That's what I call Philadelphia.
Yeah, man. We ought to send Caitlyn Jenner back to Transylvania, man.
He did have some disparaging comment about Caitlyn Jenner.
Did he really?
No, but it's literally everything that he's posted
is what every Republican white dad says.
It's every Republican white dad shares the exact same thing on Facebook every day.
Yeah, ESPN was also blasting like how much of a white male culture he participated in, and I'm like, let's go through Ray Lewis's emails in 2010. Let's go through fucking Mike Tomlin's emails. Like, it's bro culture transcends race. Like there's
right now there's a bunch of people pouring bleach on laptops like it's a fucking bank robbery movie.
Yeah. They don't realize it's in the sky, man. They need that EMP. That
Hillary smashed up. That's what the fucking
Yeah.
That's what that kneecap eater guy is.
Do you think Hillary is like? Do you think that the scandal would have been worse? Do you think she made out good destroying those emails?
Well, depending on what was in there.
Do you think John Gruden wish he had destroyed his? How do you destroy emails though? Aren't they on?
I have no idea.
That's crazy, dude.
Hillary's shit was probably in there. Same thing. Roger Goodell's an anti-football pussy.
I would love that if
that's what was in Hillary's.
Those are the other half of the puzzle. Like John Gruden was emailing Hillary Clinton. They were sending memes to
Hillary
each other.
Rodham Clinton and John Gruden.
Yeah, man. Hillary's she's a one cool lady, man.
Hillary's like, I don't know about that Michael Sam. What was her campaign voice was, there's a lot of things being said about Michael Sam lately. The way
she's trying to project. She doesn't understand how a microphone works.
Yeah, she always sounded like she was like trying to keep her balance on a seesaw while she was giving her speech.
She's thinking that she's talking into that Lou Gehrig microphone.
Today. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Roger Goodell is a
anti-football pussy. All
Get.
Is there... all right. Is there anything else you need to say? Is there anything else you need to say?
I wish I hadn't said anything, quite frankly.
Who's more racist, black people or white people?
Oh, man, there's still the drop could literally be of nothing and it would still be funny to me.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Hell yeah. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
God bless.